In this report, I'm going to tell you what some in the automobile world in Germany think about Tesla's entrance to Germany. It's called also Tesla shock, and that there will not be an auto industry like this in 10 years, says one expert, talking about the issue between Tesla and Germany's largest metal workers union, which is IG Metall. Welcome back, dear friends. This is Armen Harayan from TorqueNews.com. If you are here first time, please join our community, subscribe to our channel, and like this video so we share it in social media. That will help us to speed up the transition of EV in the world. So in many ways, Tesla is driving many car makers ahead of itself. Do you agree with this? I think you will. Andreas Boes, a sociologist from Germany, examined the effects of the Tesla shock on IG Metall, Germany's largest auto union, and concluded that the results are clear. Several days ago, I reported that Tesla is heading to collision with IG Metall, which is Germany's largest metal workers union, and both companies have a lot in stake. It's a very interesting report. A lot of people watch that. So check that out and you will understand today's report in more details, in a different light. So who is afraid of Tesla? This question almost always resonates when people talk about the future of the German automotive industry. In all interviews with managers and experts from the industry, the US electric car manufacturer Tesla is quote-unquote the elephant in the room, says sociologist Andreas Boes, director of the Munich Institute of Social Science Research, ISF. On behalf of IG Metall, he examined the effects of the Tesla shock on Germany's industry and expects radical changes in the coming years, right? Welt journalist Daniel Zwick. The auto industry as we think we know it won't exist in 10 years, said Boes at the digital Hannover Messe. The industry has to leave its old development path and really reinvent itself. From his point of view, Tesla gave the decisive impetus for this. The California company puts its finger in the wound, said Boes, meaning Tesla putting its finger in the wounds of the automotive industry, and that is giving an impetus for the automotive industry in the United States, in China, and in Germany, European Union to change. So founder Elon Musk's electric car factory in Grünheide near Berlin, known as Giga Berlin, is due to start production of electric vehicle as early as July. Giga Berlin is going to start with Model Y electric crossover. Allegedly, the construction of the plant is on schedule, even if the final approval from the authorities is still missing. Even before production started, the technology pioneer and world market leader in all electric vehicles had already arrived in the minds of many car managers in the country of birth of automobile. The automotive industry feels downright challenged by Tesla, observes Boes. At Volkswagen, in particular, the managers are working very hard on their electric vehicles and EV mobility projects. This is due to CEO Herbert Diess, an avowed fan of Elon Musk. He regularly uses the competition from Tesla internally to put pressure on his employees and move the huge corporation in the direction he wants, in the direction of electric mobility. Bernard Osterloh, chairman of Volkswagen Group Works Council, does not agree with the CEO's euphoria. He says, I believe that the hype is an overestimation of the actual situation at Tesla, said Osterloh in the panel discussion and at the fair. When it comes to many things, such as the chassis, Volkswagen is simply better. Where Tesla is ahead of us at the moment, and the board management of Volkswagen doesn't like that, is the company's own expertise. They build their own chips and make their own software. We buy all of that, says Osterloh. So these are the ways that Tesla is ahead of Volkswagen and some other companies. From his point of view, he questioned, the question is where the added value in the vehicle will take place in the future. For example, whether battery cells will be manufactured in Germany. In the future, it's not just about software and new business models. However, this will determine the change in the automotive industry. Tesla is the herald of a new way of production, said Boes. The most important competitors in the future would be technology groups such as Google or Alibaba. Volkswagen prepared for this as early as 2019. I saw similar trends at Mercedes and BMW in the last quarter of last year, said Boes. Tesla, it is taken for granted that Elon Musk does not believe in trade unions and employee participation based on the German model. Nevertheless, the functionaries of IG Metall, the dominant metal workers union in Germany, which also includes the automotive people, have so far largely held back criticizing Tesla. It is a positive sign when a company like Tesla settles in Brandenburg, said Thorsten Groger, district manager of the Lower Saxony and Saxony-Anhalt trade union. Co-determination, working conditions regulated by collective agreements make companies more innovative and successful. I would advise Mr. Musk to see that, he said. Tesla has not yet responded to talks offered by the metal workers in Brandenburg. The company also goes its own way on the employer side. Even without being a member of the Association of the Automotive Industry, VDA, Tesla exerts political influence. For example, last week Musks wanted to see if the European governors are ready to go unconventional paths. In a letter to the Berlin Higher Administrative Court, Tesla criticized German planning law in detail and presented 10 points that affect the construction of projects such as its own factory could accelerate in Brandenburg. In the letter, the company offers itself as amicus curiae, friend of court, in a lawsuit brought by Deutsche Anwaltschaft against the federal government. The goal of the lawsuit are supported, according to the Tesla. Oliver Krischer, deputy parliamentary group leader and traffic expert of the Green Parliamentary Group, supports the Tesla criticism of bureaucratic obstacles to climate protection projects and slow decision-making processes regarding Giga Berlin's final approval. Krischer told the Heilbronn Voice, saying Tesla names what has long been bothering many others in connection with the energy and transport turnaround in Germany. 15 years of CDU-led federal governments have led to climate protection projects all too often being stuck in bureaucratic and unclear procedures. This slows down the transformation that we need to achieve the climate goals, especially with the expansion of renewable energies or the turnaround in transportation. Friends, but in order to be fair to the German government, I also have a special report on why Tesla Giga Berlin's final permit has not come yet. Check that, please. You will see that there are both parties. Tesla has frequently missed payments. We have reported that in early this year. Tesla has also shown signs that they have changed the Giga Berlin's planning sometimes, and they do partial things, and that does the partial improvements. And also people there in the area have right to voice their concerns and have them heard. And this all takes time. So when you watch that report, you will see that Tesla is the government is not to blame necessarily alone for Tesla's delays. Now, the German automakers are now parrying the attack, to keep a parrying the attack from Tesla with a large number of electric vehicles produced by themselves. On Thursday, Daimler will present its long-awaited flagship EQS, an electric car that also makes a significant contribution to the self-confidence of managers. We are at the forefront of movement with the vehicle, said Krzysztof Starzyński, head of electric vehicle architecture at Mercedes-Benz at an Automobile World event. Compared to Tesla's Model S, the EQS is larger and more luxurious. We are in the process of defining the segment, said Starzyński. Now, the theme of the event, don't be afraid, the event that I just said by the Automobile World, the theme of the event, don't be afraid of Tesla. Who is ahead in the electric car races? It was certainly a coincidence that both discussions took place one after the other. But the setting of the topic shows the elephant is definitely still in the room, especially now after Tesla is promised a federal funding for its battery factory at Giga Berlin. Like I said a little bit in my previous report, In Brandenburg, Tesla can rely on the infrastructure that has been created for the car maker and that it does not have to pay for itself. The Federal Ministry of Economics wants to promote the production of batteries itself. German Federal Minister of Economics Peter Altmaier wants to support Tesla's planned battery factory in Grünheide. We are ready to support this investment from the state, as the case with other companies that invest in the area, Altmaier said on Friday. The factory is classified as an, quote, important project of common European interest, or IPCEI for short. IPCEI projects are financed from a funding pool set up by 12 EU members. They want to spend up to 2.9 billion euros to keep the most important part of the value chain for electric cars in Europe, battery production. On the website of the Ministry of Economic Affairs, it says the following. The heart of every battery is the battery cell, which also accounts for most of the added value. In the case of electric cars, this is up to 40%. For the future of electromobility in this country, the establishment of battery cell production in Germany and Europe is an important economic and industrial policy then. So the ministry estimates the market potential for made in Europe car batteries at 250 billion euros by the middle of the next decade, and Tesla is going to get some funding and also play a huge role with its Giga Berlin battery factory. Friends, let me know what your thoughts are about the shock of Tesla and also the automobile industry changing in the next 10 years. How do you think it will change? This is Armen Harayan from TalkNews.com. Please subscribe to our channel, ring the bell, like this video please, and give us thumbs up and share in social media. You will help us tremendously with that. Have a great day. God bless you and peace be with all of you. See you soon in our next report.